Hey YouTube, what's up? Dr. T here, and welcome to the Altcoin Express and my hometown of St. Petersburg, Florida.
So, in this section, we will deal with all things pertaining to artificial intelligence, otherwise known as AI.
So, the idea for SensorWorld came from this introductory section in MIT's Introduction to Electrical Engineering. When he talks about a robot with sensors, it's really more like a driving car that has multiple sensors that moves through an environment and detects things. And we're going to start off the very simplest level of just moving it in a simple manner because it's quite a complicated code. But let's take a look at what was in here, because this is based off of where we're going, ultimately maybe where we want to actually get to.
The final module is on probability and planning. And the idea there is to learn about how you make systems that are robust to uncertainty and that can implement complicated plans that they too are robust to uncertainty. So there's a number of things that we will do, including creating maps of spaces that the robot doesn't understand, telling the robot how to localize itself, how if it woke up suddenly in an environment, it could figure out where it is, how to make a plan. And as an example, I'll show you the kind of system that we will construct. Here the idea is that we have a robot. The robot knows where it is. Imagine there's a GPS in it. There isn't, but imagine there is. So the robot knows where it is, and it knows where it wants to go. That's the star. But it has no idea what kind of obstacles are in the way. So, if you were a robotic driver in Boston, you know that you started out at home and you want to end up at MIT, but there's these annoying obstacles, they're called people, that you should, in principle at least, miss. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. So I know where I am. I'm the robot. I know where I am. I know where I want to be, and I'm going to summarize that information here. Where I am is purple. Where I want to be is gold. And I have a plan. That's blue. My plan's very simple. I don't know anything about anything other than I'm in Waltham, and I want to go to Cambridge. So, blast east. So I imagine that the best way to do there is a straight line. OK, so now what I'm going to do is turn on the robot. The robot has now made one step. And I told you before about these sonar sensors. From the sonar sensors, the robot has learned now that there seems to be something reflecting at each of these black dots. It got a reflection from the black dots from the sonar sensors. That means there's probably a wall there or a person or something that in principle I should avoid. So, and the red dots represent, OK, the obstacle is so close I really can't get there. So I'm excluded from the red spots because I'm too big. The black spots seem to be an obstacle. The red spots seem to be where I can't fit. I'd still want to go from where I am, purple, to where I want to be, gold. So what I do is I compute a new plan. OK, then I start to take a step along that plan. And as I'm stepping along, OK, so now I think that I can't go from where I started over to here. I have to go around this wall that I didn't know about initially. So now I just start driving. And it looks fine, right? I'm getting there. Right? So now I know I can go straight down here. Oh, wait a minute, there's another wall. OK, what do I do now? So as the robot goes along, it didn't know when it started what kinds of obstacles it would encounter. But as it's driving, it learned, oh, that didn't work. Start over. So the idea is that this robot is executing a very complicated plan. The plan has, in fact, many subplans. And the subplans all involve uncertainty. It didn't know where the walls were when it started. And when it's all done, it's going to have figured out where the walls were and, provided there's a way, presumably find the way to negotiate the maze and get to the destination. So the idea then is that if you were asked to write a conventional kind of program for solving that, it might be kind of hard because of the number of contingencies involved. What we will do is break down the problem and figure out simple and elegant ways to deal not only with uncertainty, but how do you make complex plans.